Pain versus suffering. Pain is injury. That's back pain. Suffering is unrelenting pain. You have to show people the unrelenting pain of their problem to the point where it's emotional. Pain is physical. Suffering is emotional. People buy with emotion and justify with fact. That's it. The pain of not doing your program is greater than the pain of doing it. The pleasure of doing your program is greater than the pain of not doing it. Suffering, you have to show progression. You have to show urgency. This is very important. Urgency is the key to suffering. Everything in their life has brought them to the point of now. They have suffered in their life. They are suffering now, and they're going to continue to suffer if they don't change their life. That's it. That is it right there. You got to know that. You got to take people through their process. That's their subluxation story. We're going to go through that in the consultation tonight. They have suffered. They are suffering now. They're going to continue to suffer. All an emotional process. It's an emotional timeline. That's what we have to take people through. An emotional timeline. When you take them through that on day 1, day 2, by the time they're looking at their 20 to 30 year goals, they see they have suffered, they're going to continue to suffer, and then they see the pleasure of the life they want. Now you're moving them from, if I don't do it, the suffering is too great, and I really want the pleasure of this. So you're shifting them from consequence motivated into benefit. Does that make sense?
Yes.
How many people started at last month's boot camp? Started boot camp 2. Raise your hand higher. So now you see how this is all going to play out and where that lands. You'll see it more. Now, here's the key. How do you look at a subluxated spine and posture? Do you see it as every day subluxated, their body's getting sick? Every second they're subluxated, their body's getting sick. It's principle. Life force is getting to their organs or it's not. Right? Any depletion of that life force is a state of disease. A person at 90% life force has more health than a person at 60. A person at 60 is going to get sick a heck of a lot faster. But at 90, what are they not at? 100. So is their body still going to get sick? Yeah, but it's going to be like this as opposed to a person at 60 is going to be like this. It's all goes one way. You're either getting that life force or you're not. Your body's either creating disease or it's not. Now, as we stay in this profession longer and longer, what gets to be really scary is how many stories do you hear about chiropractors having cancer and heart attacks and disease. There's a boatload of chiropractors out there getting cancer. Right? What does their spine look like, number one? And that's principle. How do you look at it? An undisturbed person will not buy. You got to know that. If you're going to be a great coach, you have to be more attached to the outcome. You have to be more attached to the breakthrough than you do the process. Each person determines their own pain. They determine the level of pain they experience. As a great coach, you are focused on the breakthrough. What's it take for a person to break through? Now, here's what I found personally. I'm going to be 54 years old in February. Right? At 20, to change, I needed to go to the bottom of the barrel. Which means you can endure a lot of pain. In my 30s, I could endure a boatload of pain. In 40s, did I want to endure as much pain? No, but I had to evolve. At 50s, do I want to feel any pain? I've had enough pain, man. I don't want any more pain. You know what I mean? I don't want any more pain. We've done pain already. Now I want to do joy, love, pleasure, peace, illumination, pure consciousness. But if you wanted to get me to change back then on something I didn't agree with, it ain't happening. In fact, 20s and 30s, you got to find out where your limits are. How do you know when you've stepped over the line? Because it's way back there. Because you go and go and go, and you think, yeah, I wonder where my boundaries are. Oops, it was way back there. That's where I should have stopped. Right? That's getting to know who you are and who you're not. Those are also your patients. They're learning a new reality. They don't know the line between health and disease. And they have to feel the pain to know that line, to know they are past that line.